If you guys want to know an easy way to make thumbnails, eye-catching thumbnails that will get you clicks straight from your editor like CapCut, which is what I use, stick around. I will show you how to do it in this video. You can do it before your video or after your video. If you do it before, then you can go ahead and just upload or import your video clips or your images into CapCut and then go from there. If not, if you've just finished a video like I did and you're trying to upload the video on YouTube, while you're waiting for the video to upload, you can create your thumbnail inside of CapCut. With the video that I just finished and I'm uploading on YouTube, I went back and imported that same video into CapCut, and here's what it looks like. I clicked the plus sign to add it onto my timeline, and as you can see, it's in my timeline. What I do first is I go through my video that I did and just scroll around to find a good footage that I could use, a scene that I like this one right here. I love it. It is for a video about, an affirmation for eternal love for Valentine's Day. So this is an affirmation of eternal love for couples to watch daily, and I thought that this would be a wonderful scene right here. This is a romantic scene of a couple on the beach. I just like her dress, the vibe, the colors, everything is so romantic and beautiful. So I went ahead and picked this one. Just go up there to the three bars, click on it, and then you're going to export it in 4K, and I usually use JPEG just because when I upload the final thumbnail onto YouTube, I only have to compress it once to make it small enough to be uploaded. So I usually just use 4K, JPEG, and then I hit export. You can use PNG for better quality, but I don't think it makes a difference. And with PNG, you have to compress it a lot more times than the JPEG, so I just do it in JPEG. I am going to scroll some more and look around my video, see if I can find another scene. I usually pick my favorite ones, usually about 3 scenes that I really like that I could use, and then pick the best one from there. I think this scene is another beautiful scene that I could use right here of a couple embracing in the sunset with a kiss. This is beautiful. So I could use this as well. I think this is a perfect location to take a still frame right here, and I'll do the same thing. I am going to find the perfect location, go up to the 3 bars, click the 3 bars, and again I am going to hit export still frame. And as you can see, once you hit export the still frame, the export still frames 4K JPEG export, the image will go to the left right there. I'm going to look for a third one. I think the one I just saw of a couple sitting by the beach there in the sunset is a beautiful scene right there with her head on his shoulder. I'm going to find that spot again to do a still frame of that and use that as a third option for my thumbnail. It is so easy. We already know how to use our editor, so you're just using all the functions already present in the editor. You can create thumbnails in the same manner with any editor. So let's find that area again. We'll look for that area with that couple. There we go. This is where her head is on his shoulder. I love this scene right here. I'm going to click the 3 bars again, hit export still frames, 4K JPEG export, and as you can see, all the frames are now in the left import window there. I think this is a good scene, but not so romantic. I think this is too simple. I think those 3 will do for me. I really like this one too, but I like the first 3 better, so I think I'm going to go with the first 3. And so what I do is I'm going to add a font to it, and this is my favorite one right here. Click the plus button here to add it onto the timeline so you could edit the image. The cursor on there, enlarge it a little bit so you can see what you're working with. And what I do is add quick text over here at the top left, and default text. Click the plus sign on default text and go to the right here, the box on the right, and you're going to click on that box, the text box right there, in order to add your text right there. So I'm going to put something like eternal love, okay? Eternal love, and then I just go down and just gonna stick with the text, the basic right here, go all the way down, and I'm going to go to the basic, stick with basic, Times New Roman. I like the font Times New Roman, so I'll go and type that in, and I'll use Times New Roman bold. Move it down here a little bit. So stick with the basic font, and like I said, I use Times New Roman bold. Click bold on the pattern there, and go down here to the preset style and click the first option. That's what I like, but you could choose any preset you want. And the thickness, you can move around and play with it, whatever suits your creativity. And I usually click that window at the bottom right so I can see it on a large screen. I think black is too much for me, so I want to choose another color, something that's purple, pink, lavender to match with the whole scene here. So I'll play around until I get it to the setting that I like. I guess you can move things around to make sure. So I ended up just using that color intensity 50 and range 50. Like I said, do whatever makes you happy. And I decided to, and this is all on the same screen under basic text. I usually just end up using 50-50, so that's what I did in this case. Next, I am going to look for stickers. So on the left top corner here, you're gonna click stickers, look for hearts, because this is a romantic scene for Valentine's. So I wanted to use hearts, and I'm looking for something simple. I like something that is not too much, maybe outlines of a heart or something. That's a little bit too much for me as well. I think this is okay, but to me somehow it doesn't fit there. So I'm gonna go ahead and look for like this one right here. I think this one here, just the outline of the heart works well for me, so I am going to move it around and find a spot for it. You know how people have like hearts, they draw hearts in the sand, something to that effect. There you go. I'm not gonna leave it right there. Once you have your heart's in place, I am going to use filters. Okay, so once you're done with your stickers, I'll click this arrow here. I'm gonna use a filter, go to Pro if you have Pro. If not, just use what they have. I'm gonna use 4K filter to make it as clear as possible. So just click that plus sign right there, and that will give you and just drag it, right? Drag it across above your image to give you that 4K filter. There we go. And then I click over here, auto adjust. So click adjustment over here on the right side at the top right there. Click adjustment, and you can play around with the settings to brighten it, to sharpen it, whatever you like. It's just all whatever suits your creativity. So after playing around for a while, I ended up just sharpening the image by 25. I think that's all I did. And then you can use multiple filters at a time. So on top of the 4K filter, you could click on your image and do another filter if you like. Adjustment, I think usually if you click adjustment, auto adjust, that works best because it just takes care of everything. I'm going to auto adjust the photo. Set this to 50 if you can't decide. Right in the middle usually works pretty well. Once you're happy with what you have, click the 3 bars, export still frames, export in 4K JPEG, and it will be sent to the left side where your imports are. And you're gonna click that little arrow, go back to media, and there are all of your imported frames. There it is right there, the one that you just created. And then I'm going to right click on that photo, open file folder, and then I'm going to drag it onto my desktop. There it is. And I'll go ahead and just export that and drag that onto my desktop. And I just wanted to show you guys real quick, this thumbnail right here was for another video that I created using CapCut, and in this case I'm using 2 photos. So it's the same thing. You export the frame, it's gonna end up on the left, drag it onto your desktop. When you're on your desktop, click on the photo on your desktop, and then you can actually, so what you do is you have one photo, right? In order to create that one, you add the other photo onto your timeline and stack one on top of the other. That way you could put 2 in one frame. And you can drag the corner to make that smaller, right? But how are you going to fit? Because if you drag it all the way out, it's going to take the whole frame. So what you do is you're going to drag these on your desktop, click on the photo, and then click the crop button. You're going to crop both photos like this so that it takes away the width, so that when you put it back into CapCut, you know, both of them like are smaller and they can fit in one frame. So once you crop them, click on the other image and then drag the corners in order to fit 2 photos, 2 images on the same frame. And that's how I created my other thumbnail for that makeup transformation video. And I just use emojis from the stickers on CapCut. Next, what you do is once you drag the completed thumbnail onto your desktop, you're gonna type in compressed JPEG or whatever you have. If you have a PNG, you can do that too, and then click that link right there, upload, or you can drag your file into the window here, it's going to compress it for you. Look, it saved you 85% of space. You're going to click download. Once downloaded, open your downloaded folder and go back to your video, of course, and then make sure you highlight and then copy your title. You want to save your thumbnail the same title, so that makes it easier for the algorithm to recognize what this video is about, if everything is labeled accordingly, so there's no confusion for the YouTube algorithm to understand what your video is about. After you copy that title, go back to your downloads, click on the text, paste your title in, upload thumbnail, go back to downloads, and make sure you set it to a playlist. Click save, and that's it. There you go. You have your thumbnail ready to be on display for YouTube to see. It looks just as good as any other thumbnail out there. You can make the quality better. They have vivid filters, they have 4K filters. This is my live stream, and I wanted to make a different thumbnail for the live stream, so so here's my live stream. I want to make another thumbnail for the live stream because I don't want them to have the same thumbnail. So let's go ahead and choose one of the other frames that I exported for a new thumbnail. I just use the same word and everything. I just use the same title, export, still frame, export. But somehow I feel like the words are too heavy where they are, and I want to separate the words. Eternal love on this one. So what I'm going to do is, like, even if I move, see how the words are just too much right there, and I don't want it to cover the bottom of the photo. So I'm going for the words to be on the image of the two people. So I'm going to click that text box on the right side in the middle of the two words and click the space bar on my keyboard to separate the words. There you go. And drag the words to where they're far enough apart to look balanced. I'm going to space them out a little bit more. Click the space button, click the space bar so that the words are far apart to where I feel like they are balanced. Down a little bit, and I'll leave the heart right there, and then I'll go ahead and click export. Do a 4K filter, vivid filter, export, click the three bars, export 4K JPEG, and then you have your new image right there on the left side. Click on it, right click to open the file folder. There it is right there highlighted. You're gonna drag it onto your desktop, and then again you're gonna go to the compressed JPEG website, drag it in here, and then you're gonna download the compressed file. So the live video is the one that I want to update the thumbnail for. And click save. That's pretty much it. There you go. I have two thumbnails. It looks pretty good, honestly. Pretty easy. You don't have to go to another website just to make a thumbnail. You can do it all from the resources that you have inside of your editor. See, I made two thumbnails just like that. So easy. You already know how to use your editor. Why thumbnail here for this video for the makeup transformation, and do them inside of CapCut. I hope that this tutorial helped you guys find a better way and a faster way to make thumbnails right inside of your editor without learning anything new, especially for new creators who are trying to save time and to make things a little bit easier on yourself. I hope this really helped. Give it a thumbs up if you found value in this video, or if you learned a new way to make thumbnails. I love this method. I've been using this ever since I found out that I could do it this way. Let me know if you guys are going to try it out. Take care, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much.